Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me a couple of files and they sent me a photograph. And I think I understand now. I mean, they had some, for the one I'm doing it for, I a little bit didn't know what was going on with some of these other files. But he just wants these three letters to kind of look like this. And I did it like this and sent it to him. And he goes, well, I really want it more like that. And then I started thinking about it. This is quite a bit different. So let's move this out of the way. To get that shape, I've got this in the center of the page. I am going to make a circle, and I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. Not quite big enough, so I'm going to use the shift tool to make it grow from the outside, and then I'm going to stretch it out, and then I'm going to hit P. That's going to get us a little bit more of an angle. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller by holding down the shift key. Now to get this top part, I'm just going to take a square or rectangle and hit P. So I've kind of got, I'm going to make it a little bit wider and hit P. I'm going to make it a little bit taller. And now I'm going to attempt to put these letters into there. The envelope tool will probably not work on this. So we're going to have to hand envelope it, I call it. Where I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, just so I've got a shape to kind of work with. Let me zoom in here. Now I'm going to left click, no fill, right click outline. And I'm going to take this letter and I'm going to hold down the shift and I'm going to go EC and that'll put it kind of in the center. Now I'm going to go ahead and, matter of fact, I'm going to try to do this, see what happens. See, I didn't want to move the letter, so I'm going to hit the shape, hit the text, hit the shift, and then hit T. Nope, I need to do just the opposite. Text, hold down the shift, box, T. That put it to the top. So really my text is probably a little bit too big right now, but that doesn't really matter. I am going to go to this envelope tool, which I never really use. And I'm going to click on my text. And I'm going to zoom in, get the envelope tool back. I'm going to immediately take away those two center nodes. Now I'm going to stay in guideline with my box I drew. And I'm going to take this thing all the way down here. I'm going to take this one all the way down here. Now I'm going to bring up this center and take my handles. Now this might not, it's not the same text as the other one. Maybe with different texts, a different font, different text, different font. I'm going to turn this into a cusp. And what the cusp does, it allows me to move one at a time. So now we have that. We can take away our box, take away our line, and just nudge that back. Now, it's pretty close. Of course, it's different letters. If I had EMS, I think it would look almost identical. But he can pick different fonts. A font like this is probably going to work better than like Arial. I'm trying to back up here and make this an Arial font. Pick the font, change it to, well, you can just start typing Arial, delete all this. And whoop. Let's say Arial Black. That might really work. Now I need to make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put it to the top. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's just see what it looks like. The S and the E are going to come down further. So let's do that just to let him see what I'm talking about. Let's make it EMS. And I think it's going to look more like that. I'm actually going to turn this back to Times New Roman and just see what it looks like. Because it is going to have a lot to do with the letters that you pick. Because the S is going to, I don't want to ever move that. Kind of get that to the top. We can actually make it a little bit bigger. And then grab the, well, I'm not even, but grab the envelope tool. Get rid of those two center nodes. They always give me trouble. So I'm going to put that node on that box, put that node on that box, put that node on that box. I'm going to go ahead and take that to there. Go ahead and put this up in the center. Go ahead and take that to there, and then I can change my handles. And you kind of see what I'm talking about. The S has something to go further like the E does. You know, I'm not perfectly there, but let's see what it looks like. Nudge that over. Well, let's get rid of these boxes. That's pretty similar. Now, this is a square font, so maybe maybe it look different with the square font, but that looks pretty good if that was the look you're kind of looking for. I didn't realize at first when I sent you the first sample that it was flat across the top, so that makes it a lot different looking. And if you wanted it just like that, you could put a border. It is still a text. So you could left click, right click. We could go, and I'm going off, just going off something I probably shouldn't be going to, because it'll probably bite me. But then we're going to take a black, fill in our black, and fill in, we'll make it look silver like the original. And of course they did, and I've got a couple videos, and he's engraving. At least I did ask him that. So he's not going to want to put a bunch of bells and whistles on it anyway. Anyway, I hope that answered his question, and thank you for watching.